So I just want to show you some quick things in Excel because I said I would. The first thing I want to show you, get this out of the way, is if you don't see developer up, what's called the ribbon, up in the ribbon, then you need to right click on the ribbon, go and click and make sure developer can be seen. I don't know why they do that, but they do. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some basics that you can like play with and take from there. Let's say, what did I make earlier today or yesterday? I made something where it was like, you want to assign a task to someone, or you want it to turn red when something happens, whatever. 330 screen. Like, let's say I want this box to turn red. If I click a checkbox, that then means like, it's bad. First thing you have to do is actually add a checkbox to the Excel sheet. And I don't like the way Excel does it. That's why you need the developer tab. You go to insert, click the text box, put it where you want it. Let's just put it here. It always comes with this text that I get rid of. Just make this down to size. Now, to move it, make sure you got, that arrow. Yeah, let's just put it here. It's good enough. So, right now, this is going to do literally nothing except allow you to click a text box. Or if you were to print this, you could write in a check. So, to make it actually be attached to like a cell in this or have any values or anything, you right click it, format control, C3. I'm going to put it into C3. Cell C3, the one I have it in. It doesn't need to be anything like that. So now watch, when I click it, in the background it's going to say true false. So I'm just going to click this and then make the text in this cell what? So you can't see it because that just looks ugly. So now there's a couple different things you could do. Really, you don't need to do this next step, but I always do. I like to give it a number value instead of just true false. To do that, you click any cell, any empty cell, right? So you can't do this one because it has the true or false data stored in it. So depending on like the Excel sheet you're making, you can put this anywhere, but let's just put it here for now. You're going to put equals, because that starts a formula, if. You're going to put an if statement in here. There's a million of these statements, but for most things I feel you're going to want to make, if and are going to be like 95% of it. So if, parentheses, and this is what's, this didn't, I swear it didn't used to do this, but it's cool. Now it's telling you right here what to do. Like, logical test is what you want to test. Like C3, we attach this value, the values in the checkbox to C3. So if C3, now we put a comma. You just literally follow this value if true. We're gonna make it equal to 1. Value if false or unchecked is 0. It means nothing. And this is how I made that one sheet for the lights. Is any T-Tech that took 4 bulbs, if you check this, the value was 4. Any that took 8 bulbs, if you check this, the value was 8. But for this example, we'll just do binary 1, 0. And again, if you don't want this to show up, you just change this to white font, and now it won't show up, and no one will know it was there. So now we get to the point where, let's say, if we check this box, we want 330 screen to turn red, because now we know it's bad. We check the box so it's bad. whatever. We have to click on that cell that we want to affect, hit conditional formatting, go down to new. Now, there's a million ways to do everything. I'm showing you how I do it. I pretty much always make a formula, my own formula. So at this point, this is where people get confused because they think they're going to need another if statement, but they don't. You need an and statement because what you're trying to tell Excel is in this if statement we said if this is checked, it's 1. And now we're telling in conditional formatting an overall arcing view of and if is the way I like to remember it. And if C3, right? Yeah. C3 is equal to 1. You could put equal to 1, but I always, let's say we want to do greater than or equal to 1, close parentheses. Then this is what happens. Hit format to click what happens. What are we trying to do? We're trying to make it change colors. Red. Then make it red. Okay. So now, oh, that's right. So this is always going to be red now because C. Oh, I did it wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. I should have put D3. So, all you have to do is click the cell. Go to Manage Rules. It'll show you any rules that are on the cell, or you could just go up here and hit this worksheet. It'll show you all the rules you've made. But current selection will just show the highlighted cell. So let's edit this because I'm a dummy. We need D3. And again, we need D3 because that's where we put the value, the if statement. Yeah. Is greater than or equal to 1. And this is going to affect B3. Okay. Now we have this. Sorry about that, but yeah. So from here, you can kind of play with it. You can do a lot. I mean, let's say we wanted this to turn red if the value, like, I don't know. I don't know. If the value of this cell is greater than 50, so 51 and higher, we wanted that. Go to here, conditional formatting, manage rule, don't clear them, manage rules, new rule, use a formula. Okay, again, equals and C5, that is. C5 is greater than or equal to 51 format. And you could play with the format. There's a million things you could do here. I'm just trying to make it easy. Fill, make it blue, whatever. I like that blue. Okay. And that applies to B3. I did that right. Okay. Cool. So value is 45. Enter. Nothing. 51. Enter. Hey, it's blue. So that's going to be this video. You want to create your if statements, and then you want to create what to do and connects it and if. So you have your if statement that if this is checked, it's equal to 1 or 0. And if this is 51, make it bliss, make it that. What would happen? I'm always interested in this. I think we did this one first. It's gonna stay blue. So that gets into a whole nother story, by the way. If you want to do multiple things with a cell and which one to take over which, this is I'm not getting into that. So, but that's how you do this. That's pretty much all you'll ever need. Last quick thing. Okay, so let's say to save time, you don't want to do this every single time you make a task that needs to be done. You can then take whatever cells you created or edited and copy paste them. Make sure you copy the code too. Remember, it's hidden, so don't forget about it. Like I did twice already. Copy it over. Now, let's say this is for the 290. It could be mopping. It could be anything, right? Make it what you want. I don't know how mopping has a value, but neither. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. So it copies it over. Now it'll affect that right away. And then with this, there's one problem. It's still connected to this. I don't know why Excel does this. Because Google Sheets doesn't. It's really annoying. When you copy a checkbox, you have to go in. What is this? C8. You have to go in to that new copied checkbox. Did I hit it? And change it to the cell that you want it to affect. I don't know why that is. Of all things, everything else changes over. But that is the one thing that doesn't. There we go. Now it's only affecting that one. Because again, it'll copy. When you copy the code over, it changes the cells. I don't know why it doesn't with checkboxes. Anyway, I'm messing things up. To edit a cell, you have to right click it. Otherwise, you're just going to keep checking it and unchecking it. And then go to format. So I know it's kind of long, but that's what I got for you. So recap. If statements, go here, hide them by changing the font color. And then conditional formatting is where you'll go, and using your own codes, your own basic formulas is the easiest way to do that. I hope this video helped. It was way longer than I thought it was going to be. Cool.